Pink salmon, a good source of omega-3 fatty acids and really tasty in any kind of a food that you mixed in with. And I'm going to show you how to do potato and pink salmon bake. For this recipe I'm using about 500 grams sliced. I thinly sliced the pink salmon, 6 large potatoes, 2 onions, few cloves of garlic. You can adjust according to your taste, and green part of the leek, 3/4 cup of cheese. I'm using mixed cheese in here, and milk for the white sauce, and this flour is for the white sauce, about 25 grams, and I have 20 grams butter, a teaspoon of stock powder for the white sauce, salt and pepper always to your taste. So let's start. Before we start doing it, we need to slice the potatoes. So slice like 1/2 centimeter thick. There are 2 ways of doing the potatoes. One way is you can put this in boiling water with a bit of salt and cook it until just tender, or the other option is in the steamer. Put it into a steaming tray directly and cook it until just tender. Now let's cut the leeks into fine pieces. Instead of leeks, you can use beetroot leaves, spinach or silver beet. Let's cut the garlic first. Always chop the garlic roughly. Slice the onions. Add about a tablespoon oil into a pot. Into that add the chopped onion and garlic. Season with salt, pepper. Start stirring until the onions are translucent. After, add the leeks into it and cook until tender. It's already cooked, but I'm going to cook a bit more so it gives more flavor in your bake. Now it's the time to do the white sauce. I'm using the same pot and add the butter into it. Melt the butter and add the flour. At this point, reduce the heat. Cook the flour and the butter about 1/2 minute. You can add more butter if you like, but I always do my white sauce with less butter. Pour the cold milk into it, about 1/4 cup first, and stir well until it comes to a paste like this. Then add a little bit more milk. Stir and make sure that you keep the stove on low heat. If you like, you can add whipping cream into this and a bit of cheese. While stirring, add the stock powder, a bit of salt and pepper into it, and stir. When you make a white sauce, make sure that keep stirring it. Then it becomes a very soft and smooth white sauce. Once it starts boiling like this, if you like, only you can add a bit of cheese into it and mix. So it's the time to take it off from the stove. Now we are ready with everything, so let's assemble the things for the salmon bake. First, let's do a layer of potatoes. For that, put the potatoes into the dish. I'm using a 8 by 8 inch Pyrex pan for this, and lay it equally. After, add a layer of leeks. As we added salt and pepper to the leeks, we don't need to season the potatoes a lot. You can check the salt level and add more salt if you like. Now it's the time to put the salmon. So I'm going to lay the salmon over the leeks. Lay very nicely. That's why I wanted you to cut the salmon like this. Without doing the salmon the same way, this is a really simple and easy way to do it. Instead of fresh salmon, you can use smoked salmon too for this recipe. If you are using smoked salmon, you need to be really careful when adding salt because it's always salty. After layering the salmon, add the leftover leeks. Spread it evenly At this stage, to flavor it, you can add a little bit of white sauce all over, just a bit, so that way it will stick together nicely. After, the remaining potatoes. Last layer is with fresh salmon. You can season a little bit with salt. Now let's do the white sauce. You can let it go into it, pressing the ends. Run the spatula all around the tray so the excess white sauce will go into it. Now sprinkle the cheese all over the top, and this goes to the preheated oven. I took it from the oven and left about 5 minutes outside, and this is how it is. So let's cut it and see how it looks like. So it is a really simple and easy way of doing a one pot meal, and a nice creamy lunch dinner idea that you can prep ahead and reheat when you want. See you next time.